Hello everyone, hello. I'm back. I think right there probably have to put like an audience clap or something in there. Or maybe not. But anyways, we're back. I'm in my only shirt that I got here. And I had to come back. I've been away for too long. And I wanted to I'm in my shirt that I did my last gamer video in. So I thought, one more. But this time, we're not going to be doing it with a regular whatnot scammer. I know, maybe we don't even have to call them scammers at this point. Maybe just whatnot users. But we're back with another one. Instead of talking about the notorious card scammers, I want to talk about another scammer, a real life scammer. His name is Wes Watson, and he's been getting a lot of coverage lately. They say publicity or like being talked about all the time is a good thing no matter what. But I don't think so. I think when you're trying to hide something from, the police or just kind of keep things on the low, you don't want people to talk about it. And this story is a great example of that. So let's just cut it with all this extra chatter, and let's just get right into it, y'all. I miss you guys. All right, let's do it. Guys, make sure you're giving me a follow. One follow equals one pet for my good cat Tom. And don't worry, he will definitely get me back for this. But like and subscribe, and he won't come after me tonight. Thank you. Okay. So first, a little bit of history on our main man here. It looks like back in 2010, this was when he was first arrested. He was arrested for a maximum of 60 months in prison, and he was ordered to pay $390,000 restitution to Bank of America. So kind of sounds a little similar to another Billy Mitchell case that's going on right now. And the reason why he was put in prison to begin with was due to a fraud. It was due to the possibility of a fraud. I think it was because of he wanted to make a festival called Texas Music Festival, I think it was. Here's the Department of Justice. This actually has all the information on it. It's totally publicly available. I don't know if I would put it on screen yet, but that's basically what happened. So similar, I would say, to probably something like Fire Festival, and that's when he was first arrested. So now jump to a little bit further on in his case, or in his actual time that he's putting behind bars, and probably a couple, like a year or two before he was actually released from prison, he started going viral on TikTok, starting to earn, some profit from it, starting to kind of cultivate a fan base. And right when he got released, he knew kind of what to do with that. He wanted to immediately capitalize on all the fame that he was getting, because it seems like it's kind of a pattern of behavior that he has, at least kind of taking opportunity. He's very opportunistic, which, it's gotten pretty far, so I can't blame him too much for that. So right when he was released from prison, he started continuing making more TikToks. And then one thing he also added to his repertoire this is one thing they talk about in the Red Pill, multiple sources of income. Actually, it's just kind of like some good advice, multiple sources of income. He started to make a course. Now, this course was just about living a healthy lifestyle, motivational speaking, kind of how you should view yourself if you're having any doubts, stuff like that. Kind of the standard life coach courses, except this time it's coming from a convict. Well, kind of similar to all of his other problems that he's had in the past, this was also having some repercussions, some it was causing financial trouble to people. And the reason why that is because he started making the courses again, but problems arose. The courses weren't put out on time, like what he was putting out there to people who were buying it. He was also saying that he was going to talk with individuals, kind of like face to face, one-on-one, which apparently didn't really happen very often. And I think there was even one instance where someone was kind of tired of all this, thinking that they didn't get what they were actually paying for, so they were requesting a refund, and the refund never, it wasn't coming. So one thing that he would do is he would pass off this message to like one of his employees, and then the employee would either not answer him or kind of just make up an excuse as to why not to pay them back. So again, like, this is what a lot of people will do in frauds and stuff. They'll take your money, and then when you're asking for money back, or if you're saying that you didn't receive what you were expecting, they just won't answer. Which I'm sure can work in, I don't know, maybe like a video game or something. I think Schedule 1 is like, that new game. I think you can probably pull off a little trickery like that in a video game, but real life's a little bit different. There are laws and regulations that you are expected to follow, maybe unfortunately for him. And eventually, after gaining sort of the fame and some money, he would make guest appearances on podcasts such as Fresh and Fit. I think there were a couple, Adam 22, he also had a podcast on there. And he just kind of went over his story, saying how he's reformed, yada yada. A lot of the things that you have to say when you're a convict who's just been released. So, pretty much he was sailing high for quite some time, doing pretty well. But I don't know what it is with this guy. He's sort of like a Dark Souls boss. I just got to say that right off the bat. Because what happened recently, within the past 6 or so months, since December of 2024, there's been a couple instances, a couple fights that have broken out, which I don't know if this is something that you would commonly see on like the courtyard and in jail or something like that. But this dude, for whatever reason, he has had either 1 or 2 fights at the exact same gym in Florida. So again, kind of like a Dark Souls boss. If you're feeling like you're up to it and you've been working out a while and you're like, you know what, I'm ready for a fight, but I can't pay for like a boxing gym or whatever, just show up to this dude's gym, say something about his height, say he's like 5'8", and yeah, you'll get the fight that you're looking for. So in December of last year, there was a confrontation that happened between Wes. He's always with his boys, his other roided up boys in the gym, and I think some guy who was talking bad about him on Twitter, which I guess just another reason why Twitter's so good, am I right? And basically what happened there was he got into a fight with this guy, and yeah, he just basically beat him up. I think in the police report it's also said that he might have used a weapon as well, which I don't know what is going through these people's mind. It's like, you just got out of jail and you're pretty much just getting like a back to jail free card for just like talking online, which that's basically what Twitter is at this point. So somehow after that whole fight broke out, I would put it on screen, but I can't, because that would be terms of service. I don't want to show a fight, but let's just say, yeah, he won. He bonked him on the head a couple times. I think the cops came. He was taken. I think he was arrested as well, and then he was just released like shortly after. So yeah, he got that little bit of sweet time right there where they were just releasing criminals. But apparently, per the Express Tribune, there was another fight that broke out in the same place, the same gym that he was at. So for a second time. Now, I don't know if this was like an actual physical fight. I've been watching like a lot of videos on it, kind of some other commentary channels talking about it. And I can't really come to a conclusion if there was any like fist thrown or whatnot. But I'm gonna give this some context right here. You see, I'm already ready, guys. All right, so let's just react to this little Atozy video. So yeah, again, I'm gonna have to like maybe fast forward through some parts of this, just so we're not getting hit with nothing. You know, we're putting our creative edge on it. Please, bro. Serious though, please. But it's kind of hard to explain like what happened at this next one, because it seems like he is going to jail now for like some serious crimes. But I don't really see any people being hurt or injured. Maybe there's like a couple of ear lashings and some hairs that are pointing upwards now that you're getting scared because you're talking to Wes. I don't know. I didn't really see any hands being thrown. Who knows? But let's pay close attention to see if he actually is in legal trouble for the second time that he has fought someone in the same gym. Really kind of legendary stats though.
I've been caught on camera threatening to fight another person in the exact same gym.
Can you get in trouble for threatening someone? I thought you could just say whatever.
Live off my name. Hey, am I 5'8"? Am I 5'8"? Get the fuck out of here. That's what I want to find out.
Don't call him 5'8", unless you want to fight. That's the secret trick. That's like when you're in Dark Souls 3 and you put that crown, or is it Dark Souls 1? I want to say it's 3. When you're fighting that dude and you put that crown on that one statue, like the darkness fills the room. You just say you're 5'8" and his darkness comes to the surface again.
No, get out of here, yo.
Dude's facing up to 25 years in prison and he's still more worried about beating the 5'8" allegations. How is this guy a real person?
Funny.
But Wes Watson, he's starting to become a topic that just keeps on giving, as there's obviously now even more footage of him threatening yet another person in the same gym in Miami. I've done 2 videos on this guy so far, but as a quick recap, Wes is a self-identified alpha male motivational coach who's recently been trading it into the art, cancels over and over again, and sometimes completely ghosts them, or pawns them. Watson cancels over and over again, and sometimes
we're gonna get to it after the holidays.
Or
after the holidays,
them
bro.
off
Come on.
to someone else that Wes hired, so it's not actually a personal coaching service. I mean, it's safe to say this guy has his ego take the wheel, and surprise, he's now facing felony battery charges after he thought it would be a great idea to just throw down at his gym. You know, I guess just a casual Tuesday for a fitness influencer. It was only like, what, just a few months ago we were talking about another fitness influencer who just randomly assaulted another fitness influencer, like the whole Jeff Nippard stuff. And I mean, the guy who attacked Jeff Nippard also kind of looks exactly like Wes Watson, so it seems to be an ongoing theme with these guys here.
Just avoid those people, bro.
This does seem
big
typical
beard,
for him,
bald.
considering that according to the guy he assaulted in December, he has a habit of inviting people to come fight him.
They just randomly attack you for no reason? They just went
No,
up?
he said he wanted to fight me.
When?
Yeah,
Today?
Was it verbal over text?
It was through Instagram.
Okay, so he.
Want to fight him or no?
That's what I came here, but it was a one-on-one, to be like a one-on-one, but he like they jumped me.
And then when they show up to fight him, he beats the crap out of them and claims self-defense. While it is important to note, the other guy did make first contact, but Wes went way beyond reasonable self-defense.
So what's the
He
second
went back
charge,
and
though?
kicked him after it was all over. I'm no lawyer, but I have a feeling that self-defense was just thrown out of the window with that. But I haven't heard of Wes until his arrest in February, and I quickly found out he's quite the fascinating character.
The first thing is, you have to know you're better than everybody.
The reason he got on my radar is because he beat the crap out of the guy that came to his gym in Miami. And yeah, I know how ironic it is that an alpha male roid rage influencer got arrested for fighting in his own Miami gym.
He has his own gym?
Just kind of write themselves at this point. But Watson has
it is a
ruined
boss battle.
the life he knew from all this crap, because his fame apparently came at a hefty dose of bravado. He strutted into the gym thinking he was the king of the jungle, only to find out, hey, he actually has to follow the same laws as everyone else. But the whole situation was caught on security cameras, and even though Watson told the cops it was self-defense, you can tell from the post-fight interviews with the cops, they weren't buying it.
They're fighters or no, I'm a fitness guy.
Where you are or what?
No, I see the gym. I see the gym more.
He's a mindset coach. He helps people transition their life, bad tendencies, better tendencies, and people just don't appreciate because he's an ex-convict and they don't think that he should be able to be on the right.
His next course soon is going to be how to make $1 million from prison, and then go back to prison, and then lose it all, and then do it again. I want to see him do it again.
And that changed his life. But we get a lot of spewing hate from all over the world, all over the United States.
The other cop was here the other day. One guy tried to fight me, and I said, I don't want to fight, and they just let it go. It happens all the time.
Yeah, but we talk about today.
I know, but I'm just saying, well, you were just talking about a message that I said.
I'll be honest, sometimes I go to the gym, and people will say like, hey, you using this machine? I'll say, what'd you just say to me, you little fucker? You want your teeth caved in, little bitch? Huh? You want to be fed from a tube? Yeah, you better wait your turn, bucko. That usually gets them. That usually lets people know I'm the alpha there.
I mean, he started talking to the cops like he was their friend, saying, oh man, you know, I'm just so famous, man. Like, this just happens, wah wah. But when he didn't get the response he wanted, he started to escalate the situation, shouting at the officers like he was auditioning for some cop drama.
There's DIY.
Bro,
And there's doing
why are there so many ads?
yourself. It's the difference.
When he's done on the floor, he's done on the floor, bro. So when you I got respect for you guys, but that you guys saw a mother attack me, and I'm sitting here like I'm in, bro. I'm leaving. Stop.
I think that's his girl right there. I wonder if she's like liking it. She's like, yeah, fight him, fight those cops.
Lying, all of you guys.
You are lying. You guys are lying. I'm leaving. As if they'd
The hell's
stop
this?
the case and just let him stroll out like it was a casual brunch. Well, I guess he did stroll out like it was a casual brunch, and he thought he was off the hook. As the original video, that fight happened back in December, but the actual arrest happened in February. So now he has 2 felony charges hanging over his head, and the assistant state attorney is looking to throw the book at him with a potential 25-year sentence because he's a repeat offender. Now he has 2.
So I know back in December, that's when he originally was like arrested and charged with like assault and battery. That was from the dude in the tank top earlier. He's the one who got beat by Wes. And so it sounds like the felony is coming from that one account. I'm not hearing anything about a second one.
Felony
Not yet, though,
charges
at
hanging
least.
over his head, and the assistant state attorney is looking to throw the book at him with a potential
Atozy, please don't ban me.
25-year sentence.
Please don't copyright
because
me,
he's
bro.
a repeat offender. So I mean, it is safe to say that this whole alpha male persona is not going to help him in court. And I guess after that gym assault, he thought, why not double down, I guess? And now we have him trying to fight someone else at his own gym, because why settle for one round of trouble when you can headline a 2-for-2 special? Like, what's going on here? Why would you do that, dog? Dude's going for the 2-piece combo for felony assault. I mean, why is he still out here DMing people to fight him like he's hosting some MMA event? But I guess the only thing...
Bro, I love this guy's videos, but I'm a little confused. But I love this guy's videos. He's so good.
getting knocked out is his own future. And now you almost had another fight that just
This is why
happened,
this guy's
and
a
I wonder
fraudster.
what
It's so
made Wes
confusing.
lose it here.
He's like hiding fights somehow by getting in more fights.
Am I 5'8"? Am I 5'8"? Get the fuck out of here. That's what I want to find out.
Right. The 5'8" allegations. That makes sense because we know from the last video he was really hung up on that topic.
No one can check my height. I can take a picture of this.
Don't check my height. Don't you dare. Don't check my shoes. They might have lifts, but yeah.
Online, they just be joking. They're like, you're 5'4".
So Wes tried to fight this
5'4".
YouTuber by the name of Eric Konofsky. And Eric has a bit where he dresses up as Wes Watson.
$95,000 fucking shit like
Watson stuff. For example, in community hearings.
people say dumb fucking shit like Wes. You
Oh yeah, so that's not Wes. That's someone impersonating him.
rent your place. Yeah, motherfucker, I pay $95,000 in rent. Motherfucker, you can't even afford $9,500 in rent. Why don't you just be fucking humble, you stupid fucking Why don't you ask
Brokey.
intelligent questions like, yo, Wes, you got a better than mine. How'd you do it?
How did he even get in
I
this
mean,
situation?
This guy is so spot on, it's hard to tell it's parody. Like, this is exactly how I perceive Wes Watson. And apparently, Wes Watson also gave him credit for this.
Honestly, I don't really watch those spoof videos about me, but that one was for funny. If I saw that guy in person, I'd be like, dude, you are classic. Like, I really thought it was
Okay,
gonna
so
Credit
yeah,
didn't
he's
last
happy.
for too long because Eric
He's like a
showed up to
Skyrim
Wes's
happy
gym
character. It's
in
like, come in
Wes
now.
Watson weight. Wes then made tons of videos stating that they were wrong and he's way taller than that.
Craziest thing is that everybody's so
Okay, so yeah, he's mad that he's 5'8".
and just document. I've ever said wrong
Shoes, but you heard what
about me. He's pretty.
Wes, if you're not 5'8", stand next to me, brother. If you're taller than me, you punch me in the face. And you know what? I'll just take it. I'll take it. I'll let you take your frustration out on me. If you are taller than me, we'll settle it. And no charges or anything, brother. Come on, I can take it. I've been at the gym for 11 days now. Come on.
Pretty f***ed up.
Then he was also allegedly seeing height inserts in his shoes, but you heard Wes in his previous video. If anyone thinks he's not 6 feet, they should just come and film a video and check themselves and just post it up because that'll just be a win-win for him. Then he clears all the air. And Eric decided to take him up on that.
Jesus Christ. Look at this stud over here.
Why do they wear like the dog collars in the gym? He looks like a pit bull. He looks like a pit bull.
Why?
Why are they all the same?
So much for Wes just saying that he likes this guy. The guy who's been making, of course, if he's actually 6 foot,
My name is Wes.
I'm like, there's no problem here. But apparently there was.
What's your name, man?
My name is Wes. Actually, WW Dave.
Dude, these guys are all so dumb. I bet you they'd be like, "Oh, you're Wes? Okay. Gotcha. Trust ya." We just got 2 Wes's now. Come in, buddy. Like, his aura is just so off the chain. He is mitosis.
There you go. All the mother know that's Wes Watson from
He just
San Diego.
metastasized.
I can't talk to this straight up stud over here.
What is happening?
I made a story yesterday.
I don't want to. She trying to live off my name. Hey, am I 5'8"? Am I 5'8"? Get the f*** out of here.
That's what I want to find out.
The thing about the gym is, like, when you're in the gym, you kind of take yourself like a little bit more seriously than you do if you're like at the grocery store or like walking on the street, because you're like, you're like lifting weights, you're like looking at yourself all the time, and like when you're lifting, you're probably like thinking like, oh dude, I'm gonna be so big soon, and then like someone just comes in here, kind of jokes around with you, trying to bring you down. I could see why the anger would arise. Obviously, it's not like there's a thing called self-control that you can do, but yeah, I mean, there's a reason why there's so many videos of like angry people in the gym. Even me, I get angry in the gym. Like, someone looks at me, if I'm like small, like super small, if someone looks at me, I'm like, ugh. But then if I start getting mass on me and someone's looking at me, I'll like turn at them, like what, you want to say something? No, I'm not. I ain't aggressive. I'm very nice. Unless you're a homeless person who's trying to take my watch, and then, yeah, I'll give you.
No, get out of here, yo.
I didn't even get the chance to ask Wes anything about his height before all of his buddies started swarming me, but he brought up the 5'8" thing himself. He must have watched a lot of my content because he knew exactly what I was there for.
I mean, even Wes's friends were entertained by this until Wes instantly lost it, and then they had to jump back into character. Jim.
Yeah.
Chill.
Yo, man.
Whenever I see people in the gym with like chains on, like, buddy, what are you doing?
Handle what?
Like, what are you doing?
Some heat, yo. What's up? Did it? What the you come over here for? The big friends.
He made a story saying the chick is. He said it would be friendly.
You don't gotta touch the camera, bro. You don't touch the camera.
Huh? You're 6'6".
You're 4.
Why is he always talking about height? What is it with this guy?
Measure it and prove. We wanted to prove it.
I bet you a girl called him short at one point, and then
Wes was the one who invited people to come prove his height. Then they immediately
just
took it
got
to a
mad
place
at
where
him
they're
since
trying to fight these guys. And as we can see in this video, it doesn't seem like Eric and his crew were harassing Wes at all. Wes was cussing
That doesn't
him out
look-
before
is that
Eric
Wes?
even fully
Who is
walked
that
up
guy?
to him. There's a lot of anger from Wes's camp here. And I mean, that was obvious from the December incident where Wes hit him 50 plus times in the head, but it keeps showing. Because all he had to say was, dude, I'm not in the mood for this right now. Please go away. And that's really it. That's
really
all he
it.
had
That's
to do.
really- yeah.
And then Eric would
Spot
have
on,
been seen as the
Atozy.
disrespectful
Please don't
person.
copyright me.
All Wes needs to do is mix in some of that deep breathing into his routine. But instead of being able to leave, they had to return and take back the equipment that Wes's goons stole.
Hey, should we go get our receiver? Are you serious? Where's the receiver? I just want to grab the receiver. I just want to grab the receiver.
Dog, y'all shouldn't have walked up in here with that bullshit.
Who would go to this gym? Who would buy a membership to this gym? Unless you're like on a training arc and like Wes like fucked your girl or something and you're like, you know, just totally motivated to like get bigger than him and like fight him. Who would buy a membership here? I'm actually not really seeing anyone even.
So it's alright to just take someone's camera equipment?
I bet you these guys had to buy a day pass though.
Why?
What you mean, why? You're gonna walk up here and film with people, that's the happens right there.
He asked people to.
You make videos like that, I'm cool.
You saw his video. You said it was funny.
Don't talk to me, don't talk to me, don't talk to me.
But what's not cool about it?
It's like up.
I'll turn it off. I'm not filming anymore.
You made a story yesterday.
Dude, yeah, seriously, people like this just belong behind bars. When you are so in your feelings that you can't have like a conversation with someone, otherwise you're gonna like lose it, then you should be in jail. You should probably just like either be in jail or like in a tower like Rapunzel, just away from everyone, dude. Like with a gym or whatever. Like you are a danger to society.
You guys, just go, bro. Go live your life, bro.
But you made a story.
Yeah.
And all these guys around him are stupid too. They should probably be in jail too, just for being so dumb. Why are you being so dumb? Dude, oh my god, that line is so, oh god, it's so relevant right now. That Billy Mitchell line where he's like, thank you for being so dumb. That line is relevant. That is good. That is good. It actually, like, I would say, out of all the outcomes that this guy could have had, this is probably the best, right? This is better than him, like, standing next to him and, like, being all buddy-buddy. This is the best outcome.
We'll be gone right now.
It's almost like Wes keeps forgetting that he's pending a pretty hefty conviction. Like, just chill out and keep your head down. Seriously, how is he going to convince anyone that assaulting that guy was self-defense if he's trying to fight guys just asking for his height? Like, getting physical and stealing camera equipment isn't really something you want to do when you have a pending criminal case. And it's really no wonder the assistant state attorney is looking to slap him with 25 years for these fascinating side quests, to put it. Now, I guess it's hey, for some reason he just wants.
Sick, dude. Hey, at least you got a couple good workouts before, you know, you're back to the old bench press and push-up workout routine, you know? Well, dang, man. I guess we're not going to be able to get that height confirmation for 25 years. That sucks. That's brutal. I think out of all this, I don't care about all the money. I don't care about all the receipts. How tall is this guy? That's what I really want to know, and I think that's what most people want to know. I think maybe if he told the judge about it, if he just told the judge his height, you're free. Free to go. That's all I wanted to know. But thank you so much, Atozy, for not copyright striking my video. I really appreciate it, brother. You make amazing vids. I only wish that I could be half as good as you. The only reason I wanted to do it like this is because this whole story is confusing. He didn't get in a fight the second time, but I guess maybe being aggressive with another person for just coming up to them and asking you questions can kind of add to the charges that you're already going to be facing. So yeah, that's about it. Y'all are beautiful. Please give this video a like. Please check out my Twitter. I've been having to just flame some kids on there. I wouldn't do it if I didn't have to, but I've been having to. So give me a like, subscribe to my channel, and go follow my Twitter. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.